Okay. I'd like to welcome everybody to the Bruce Township Board of Trustees meeting for February 21st, 2024. We'll call the meeting to order at looks like 5:59. Can we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we get a roll call, please?
Gilbert,
Here?
Pratt,
Here.
Smith,
Here.
Giorgio,
Excused.
Travelers.
Excused. Okay. This time, has everybody had an opportunity to take a look at the consent agenda? Is there any deletions or additions that they'd like to make at this time?
Nope.
Motion to approve.
Second?
I was looking for a motion, but I'll take.
Oh, sorry. I
I'll
think
make a
you said
motion to
I'll make
approve.
motion.
Second. Second by Kraft. Can we get a roll call, please?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Okay, moving on to item 4, which is comments from the floor. So now's the time, the opportunity for anybody that wants to speak at the podium. They can come up. We'd like to keep your comments to 3 minutes. Frank, you can go ahead and talk in regards to item 6A, which is RAS vacant land rezoning. So go ahead.
Great. Frank Aragona, 37020 Garfield Road, Clinton Township, Michigan. I'm with the Bruce Township Apartments, the Homestead, and I am opposed to the rezoning that's in front of the board this evening. That this is an overall imposed with our development that's underway right now with land balancing going on right now. There'll be 170 units here, multifamily units, apartment buildings. Be roughly 300 to 400 people that'll reside at this site when it's all done. The piece that's being rezoned here is this one right here. I know it's hard to see in that, but you have more detailed ones over there.
Right, yeah.
We share an entrance. This is the main entrance for my project here. And it was, prior to me purchasing this land, it was M1. And the township entered into a conditional rezoning with Mr. Raz to change it to C2. If I would have known it would have been back to M1 in any fashion, I would have never started this project. It materially impacts the visibility and the main entrance to this project, having this being M1. Now, this is just an easement. This is not, this little sliver where the road is not RM1. It is C2 currently right now, both sides. And if it does get rezoned, the road will be split, the dividing point, C2 on one side and M1 on the other side, which I think will lead to a lot of strange looks to the property there. Certainly not what we were looking for in a $30 to $40 million project here.
Right.
You know, this is a view looking down that boulevard when you're coming in off a 33-mile road there. This side here, the other side there would be M1 with potentially manufacturing buildings and other type uses that would look strange. I honestly think it would look strange.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, you know that the property to the east of your complex is all M1. It is being developed
Absolutely.
at the same time for the same
Absolutely,
type of
but I don't
purposes.
share a drive with them.
Right.
I don't share an access drive with them. You know, I understand that there's other uses, and
Right.
M1 is right next to me, you know.
Right.
But this is the main entrance to the drive that you'd be looking. It's kind of like having a residential subdivision. You know, like what's across the street over here. That's already been. It's kind of like having an M1 off of one of their main entrance roads.
Right.
Just not. I don't think the planning commission got the gist of this. It is difficult for me to point these out because there's only the public comment period where
Right.
I get very little time to actually
Yeah.
explain anything to anybody.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, the main road that's going into there is basically, it's an HOA road, if I'm not mistaken, it'll be shared by the C2, the M1, and also by your complex. It's not a private, it's private road, but it's not,
It's private. We just have an easement over it
right?
to make the entrance there.
And the part, those units that you have, that's the backside of the units that are going to be facing the C2 and the M1?
The immediate
Be the garage doors, I guess you would
The
say?
immediate ones here do, but this is the, you know, the main entrance, the boulevard entrance into the project where the
Right.
feature is here.
Yeah.
It is a main, there is another entrance off of McKay over here, but it's just a service entrance. It's not the main entrance to the project.
All right, appreciate it, Frank, thank you very much.
All right?
Thank you.
Anybody have any questions for Frank?
Thanks for the visuals, though, that helps.
Okay. Yeah, from those sketch drawings, it is difficult to see what's going on, yeah.
Right. The boulevard looks nice, and I don't think it's going to change the aesthetics. I mean, the sidewalk's going to obviously still be in place, the trees will still stay in place, but it's on the other side of the sidewalk that you're concerned with, obviously.
It is, and there is no, you know, this isn't buffering to an RM approach. It's
Right.
buffering to a C2 M1. I don't think there's many buffering issues there. Yeah, there won't be much buffering. Unlike our other part where it's M1 to RM1,
Right.
that whole approach is going to be M1 to C2.
On the buffering side, I mean, we have worked with the C2 developer that's going to be coming in to develop the corner, obviously, which you
Yep.
know has been purchased.
Yeah.
There is a small buffer zone between your units and the C2 property.
Yes.
There was basically a smaller type of landscape belt that we have let it be known to the developer that we're going to require probably a 6-foot concrete wall that would help separate the two parcels, and I think that would be, if it did be the case, and if it was rezoned to M1, we would be continuing that wall across to the other side. So kind of give you a little separation, a little buffer zone there. You know, that may make any difference, but we appreciate you coming up here. Thank you very much for
Okay,
that.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay. Is there anybody else for public comment? Okay.
Do you want the CDBG comments now?
You know, you can just wait until we get to that agenda item, if you don't mind. Thanks. All right, if there's no more, close the public comments. So we'll move on to item 6A of RAS vacant land, the rezoning issue that Frank Aragona just spoke of.
Hearings.
Oh, no, oh, I'm sorry, yeah, excuse me. Item 5A, which is a CDBG public hearing. So now, if you guys wanted to come on up, just state who you are.
Should open.
Oh, yeah, open the public hearing at 6:09.
Second.
Second by Susan, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good evening. My name is Stacy Conti, and I am the Community Outreach Coordinator for Interfaith Volunteer Caregivers. With the number of older adults in Macomb County rapidly increasing, the need for support services due to frailties of age, chronic health conditions, or disabilities are growing rapidly, as well as lack of assistance due to changing family structures, and will continue to do so well into the future. For over 30 years, our organization has been providing free basic assistance to hundreds of frail, older, and physically challenged adults, helping them remain safely in their homes with the help of hundreds of volunteers. Such assistance has been helping disabled adults and senior citizens with transportation, chores, respite breaks, errands, and loneliness. These opportunities provide fulfilling experiences for those who wish to volunteer, as well as support for those in need. The CDBG Safe at Home project at IVC is part of our larger chore and repair program for older and disabled adults. This project was developed to provide additional chore and repair services in the communities that allocate funding for this purpose. The project allows us to assist low to moderate income seniors and physically challenged adults with indoor and outdoor chores, minor home repairs, and routine housekeeping. We identify individuals who cannot do these tasks on their own and with limited resources, and prioritize those with the greatest need. We are requesting the CDBG funds to increase the number of low-income citizens we can reach, to grow our program, as well as coordinate the volunteers who do these services. IVC provides over 20,000 hours of help over all of its services to nearly 500 people in need each year. While we have been able to support a few residents of Bruce Township over the years, we would love to expand our support, including the Safe at Home project, farther into this community. With our funding received from Bruce Township for the current program year, we are working to offer this important support service to residents of Bruce Township. We hope for continued funding for the 2024-2025 program year so we can continue to build momentum and offer this service to more of those in need in the future. The appreciation is so heartwarming from seniors such as Dave, whose porch were repaired so he was able to safely take his wheelchair-bound wife to the doctor. Pam, who lost the ambition to organize and declutter her home until one of our volunteers assisted her and helped her find that motivation again. And 12 hours of volunteer assistance to a senior who had a tree fall in her yard after a storm. Other examples of help through this project may include replacing locks, washing windows, raking leaves, routine housekeeping, and installing smoke alarms. With this funding, this project can continue to grow and assistance can be granted to a variety of lower-income Bruce Township senior citizens and disabled adults. Thank you to the board for allowing me to speak tonight, and for consideration for any funds are greatly appreciated. If you have any questions, our phone number is on the brochures I handed out, as well as our website. If you know anybody who needs the assistance, please feel free to refer them to us using that information as well. And I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have.
Thank you.
Thank
It was
you.
Stacy, did you say?
Yeah, Stacy. Mhm.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Martha Phillips, and I'm here on behalf of Samaritan House. Samaritan House has had a very busy year this year. Over the past several months, we've seen a 35% increase in requests for help. With the rising costs of just about everything, it deeply impacts our low-income clients. Our Bruce Township clients, we've been able to provide food assistance to 43 families, benefiting 617 family members, and spending about $9,025. We've provided 15 families with an Easter food basket, along with a $25 gift card to purchase the meat of their choice. We've provided 15 families with the Thanksgiving food box, along with a $25 gift card to purchase a turkey. Our kids' summer food program supplied 7 families with additional breakfast, lunch, and snack items while children are home from school for the months of June, July, and August. Our backpack program supplied a backpack, supplies, and $20 gift card to go toward the purchase of shoes to 7 children. One child was provided new boots and coats through our boot and coat program, and we deliver food to 3 homebound clients on a monthly basis. We ask that you grant our request for the CDBG funds, and we'll steward these funds and continue our work serving your constituents who are at risk of hunger, eviction, and utility shutoffs.
Thanks, Martha.
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's nobody else here for the CDBGs, it looks like. You guys do have your applications. It's primarily the 4 applications for the 2. We heard one from Stacy, one from Martha, and an additional was the McCrest in the care house. So it's pretty much the same ones we do every year. So this year we have $4,850 that we are able to distribute amongst the 4 businesses. We've kind of broke it down. We can't give McCrest, obviously, what you requested, but we do have it broken down as $1,200 going to Child Advocacy Services. I'm sorry, $1,000 going to the Child Advocacy Services, $250 going to the Interfaith Volunteer Caregivers, $1,800 to the McCrest, and then $1,800 to Samaritan House. And that comes out to $4,850. It was requested for $5,886, but we fall $1,000 short. Appreciate Dana for doing, all she's done. She's been to 2 meetings already with the Community Development Block Grants and did put this together. I'm sure you guys have all talked to her. So at this time, does anybody have any question for the applicants at all?
I don't have any questions.
No, I'm good.
So I'll make a motion to go ahead and approve,
Should we close first the public hearing?
oh, yeah, let's close public hearing, I'm sorry. 6:15.
Second.
Second by Susan, all in favor?
Aye.
So I'll make a motion to go ahead and approve $1,000 for the Care House Child Advocacy Services, $250 for the Interfaith Volunteer Caregivers, $1,800 to McCress, and $1,800 to Samaritan House, a totaling $4,850.
I'd like to make a comment.
Sure.
I just want to say, just for the public that's viewing this, that the money that we are allocating is pretty close to what each one is asking, and I think it's been distributed fairly.
Right. Okay, thanks. So we,
Second.
motion is second. There's no other discussion. Can we get a roll call, please?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, motion carries. Stacy, we carry your brochures, I know, at the front counter. Just make sure we have enough of them there.
Yeah, I have some
If you have any more, so I don't know if we do hand them out for people that do need stuff in the local area. Maybe I could make a recommendation, maybe next year, you always seem to ask very little, but maybe next year you would ask for a little bit more. You do help our people in our community as well, so maybe a suggestion. Martha, thank you. Keep up the good work over there at the Samaritan House and everything you guys do for the community. Appreciate it. Thank you. So, okay, thanks. You can stay for the meeting if you so choose, but. Let's moving on to. All right, let's move on to new business. Item 6A would be the RAS vacant land rezoning. Obviously, we've heard from the Aragona developers. So at this time, we did receive some information recently that came in a little bit late. First, we got a letter from Tyler Dennett. I think that is your attorney with Daughter and Man, if I'm not mistaken, Frank.
That is correct.
So there was some issues in there that we weren't following proper procedures. This letter did go to our attorney. We did not receive an answer back from our attorney until late this afternoon, so we didn't get really a lot of information until late. We also did receive a letter from the property owner's attorney. So because of the late information, and then also because we have such a light board here and it's such an important subject, the applicant, which is Strategic Business Parks, also requested that we would possibly table this until the next month in order for everybody to be able to have the opportunity to review the later documents that we did receive, follow procedures, and so at this time, I would like to make a motion to go ahead and table to our, it would be March 20th, I thought I had it wrote in here.
I'll second that for you, Mike.
Okay, for our next board meeting, I think it's March 20th. Second by Therese. If there's no other discussion, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes.
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 Motion carries. Okay, Frank?
Okay, yeah.
All right, so next month again, possibly, so, all right. Thank you very much for coming in and taking some time out of your schedule tonight. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay. Move on to item 6B, which is the fire department new hire. Chief, you want to take that?
Yeah, so we have a candidate, Jason Freela, came to me probably about 4 or 5 months ago, put him on a program. He's already an EMT currently. He is in the fire academy currently with 2 others that we have in the academy. I'd like to bring him on paid on call. Background is that he actually had all the credentials, went overseas. He's a veteran. Unfortunately lost all his credentials spending time over there, and now he's come back. He lives on campground, and he's getting all his credentials back so we can bring him on board. Like to transition him probably sometime in June, July, hopefully, possibly full-time, because he is going to get enrolled into the paramedic program in September, so he's on track to do all that. Just like to bring him on.
He's currently, you said he's got his EMT certification or
He does have his EMT, he's all set on that. We did a background, we also did a physical on him, he's all set on all of those. He's about I believe the fire academy ends in June. So at that point, he'll have fire and EMT, which will give him enough credentials to transition over, put him into the paramedic or the EMT to paramedic program.
We should have some people coming off near about that time, so we'll have.
All
this
about the
position.
same time, somewhere around August, September, everybody will be transitioning.
Okay. We need a motion on it?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the fire department hiring of Jason Frelia, beginning March 1st, 2024.
I'll second. If there's no other discussion, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thanks, Chief. When will we have the opportunity before we can come?
Yeah, so next month, because we've had quite a bit going on in the last couple months.
Sure.
We're planning on having, I believe, a couple hires, one coming off probation, a couple other things. So they're all going to be here hopefully next month,
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
including Jason.
Thanks, Chief. Moving on to item 6C, which is our Fire Department Health Advisory Board. Chief, you want to take that one, or is it Susan?
Susan can probably take that.
Well, these next two items, C and D, are the two things that Lisa was doing when she was on board. So this one is just an advisory board. There are two of us, chief and chief, on this board. So I'd like to make a motion to appoint Tree Smith to the Fire Department Health Advisory Board.
I'll support if Teresa's
Yep, that's fine.
accepts.
Mm-hmm.
If there's no other discussion, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes.
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 Thanks, Teresa.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on to item 6D would be the Bruce Township Facebook page. Susan?
That's another one that Lisa was appointed to. Frank currently is the administrator. Just need a backup for when he's not available. So I'd like to make a motion to appoint Mike Philbrick as the second administrator to the Bruce Township Facebook page.
I will accept. Teresa will make a second on that.
I will make a second.
Okay. No other discussion. Can we get a roll call, please? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, thank you. Moving on to item 6E, which would be to set the public hearing for the 2024-25 budgets for general, fire, ALS, and improvement revolving fund. Is that going to be for our next board meeting, which would be March 19th, it looks like.
Or 20th.
Is it the 20th?
Pretty sure. I just looked it up.
The 19th.
Yeah. 20, is that Wednesday? Yeah, 20th.
When is that, Susan?
20th. Okay.
March 20th.
March 20th?
March 20th, 2024. Can we get a second?
I'll second.
Second by Therese. Roll call, please.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
We should also set a budget workshop for March. It's kind of hard to do with the other two not here, but maybe we could pick a day and then juggle it around. Are you able to do it during the day at all?
I can make it work.
Oh, okay.
The budget workshop, don't we just have a special meeting on that, or do we have to call for a special meeting?
Well, I just thought it'd be nice to have a public, I mean, we can call it and just post it, it has to be posted 18. You want to just wait until people get back?
Yeah. Therese, what days work best for you if you're going to make it?
It doesn't really matter. Makes no difference.
Yeah, I mean,
Should be in
How
March.
about not a Tuesday or a Thursday? How about that?
so Monday or
Monday,
Wednesday?
Wednesday, Friday.
So it'd have to be a Monday or a Wednesday. Maybe the 6th of March, shoot for that.
That's fine.
I can email everybody and
Yeah. Tentatively make it for March 6th. You want to put a time on it?
works good.
Whatever you want.
2, 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock?
2?
That's fine.
Okay.
Susan, that's a budget workshop.
Yes.
March 20th, is there a time for that?
March 6th.
March.
March 20th, is there?
That's our one.
Regular board meeting?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do we have to, we don't, That's just discussion, it's not an action.
So,
Okay. Can we move on to item 7? 7F, which is our PDR donation, purchase or development rights. So this is just our annual, basically our annual fee that we participate along with Armada Township, Lennox Township, Ray Township, Richmond Township, Washington Township, in the Macomb County area. It's $250. I'll make a motion to approve our annual participation fee.
I'll second.
Second by Therese. No other discussion. Can we get a roll call, please?
yes.
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 Motion carries. We're on item 7G, which is our travel policy.
So when we redid the personnel manual, this was in the old one, and Lisa Cross pointed out to me that I didn't include it in this one. So so I've just done it up in policy format. It's the same thing that we've had and have now.
So we have to accept as presented then? Is that what it is? Accept the motion? would
Yeah, I'll
be?
make a motion to approve the travel policy as presented.
Second. Is there any discussion?
I just want to ask a question. You said this is the same policy that we've always had then?
Yes.
Okay.
Could we get a roll call, Anne Marie, please?
Yes.
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 Okay, move on to items, motion carries. Move on to item 6H, which is our early voting pay resolution.
This is just refers to the early voting, our new early voting, 9 days of early voting. We're doing it in conjunction with Washington and Ray. These are the same amounts that they're paying, so this way we're consistent. Hopefully we'll be reimbursed for this by the state, see how much money they have, and if they run out,
So they're saying, right?
visit it. Right,
Yeah. So do we have to approve the,
yes.
okay, you want to put it, you got a motion?
Motion to approve the early voting resolution 2024-02 as presented.
Second?
I have
Sorry.
a question.
Sure.
So Susan, on the workers that we have for the 9 days, how many workers do we have? And are they consistent? Do we have the same ones helping for those 9 days, or how is that working?
Well, so we kind of divvied up all the work for the early voting among the 3 townships. Ray put this together. We gave them all our names, so it's a combination of the 3 communities.
Okay.
And there are some that overlap and some some do like every 3 days. Amy and I go down for every three days to be the managers, and they put a lot of our people on the days we're there, and same with the Ray. So
Okay.
it helps
So
if
it's
they're
all covered,
consistent.
no one's being overworked or stressed or anything
Right.
like that?
It's been very slow, so they're not
Okay.
too overworked.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Thank
10
you.
people each day, so, yeah.
We have a motion and a second. If there's no other discussion, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Motion carries. Item 6I is the elected official salaries. So basically, about this time of year, we kind of look at this, it's pretty much a cost of living adjustment or COLA, COLAs that may be put. 2021, I think there's a 3% increase by the township officials. 2022 is a 1% increase, and in 2023 is a 1% increase. It was a 5% increase over a 3-year period. I did, again, when we first came in 2020, we did some comparisons with our neighboring communities, and that brought us up to a 3%. I did a little checking around and checked with some of our neighboring communities. The best one to compare to is kind of like Lennox Township. They're about the same population and size as us, and they just, for last year alone, they gave themselves an 8.3% increase for the cost of living. I know the cost of living was 7.9 last year, and an increase, I think, around 5.9 this year, which is a little over 13%. Their salaries for their elected officials are a little bit higher than what our salaries are. And I talked also with Sam Pavetti in Washington. They gave themselves a 6% cost of living adjustment last year, but their salaries are significantly higher, around $25,000 per elected official, higher than Bruce Township. So in order to stay in line with something that we did back in 2020, it would be recommended that we would do a 6% increase this year for the fiscal year coming up. So my motion would be to approve a 6% increase for the cost of living for 2024 fiscal year.
Second.
Second by Susan. Is there any discussion?
I have some questions.
Sure.
All right, so on the presentation there, because people out there are going to be asking, oh my goodness, 6% increase, just so that they keep in mind that we stayed below what the cost of living was with the last 2 years, but also you mentioned about Lenox would be the closest because of the size of the community.
Right.
Their elected officials, what are their salaries like comparative to ours?
So I have 59.8 for the elected official salaries in the Lennox, and I thought that the elected official salaries in Bruce were 57,543. And I got 57,543. So it's pretty close. I mean, don't quote me on exact numbers, but I know that the Lennox salary is pretty much at 59.8. And that's the same, the supervisor, the treasurer, and the clerk all get the same salary.
And what was their increase, did you say?
It was 8.3% last year.
All right, thank you.
And it looks like they're looking at a 3.2 this year with a total, or I'm not sure exactly what it is, maybe, but we'll just go on 8.3 from last year.
Okay.
If there's no other discussion, can we get a roll call, please?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Ends our meeting. We're down to item 7, which is communications. Trish, you want to start since you're...
Well, you know what? This is, all new to me, but I just want to say thank you for appointing me to this position, and I hope that I don't disappoint. A little bit different on this side of the table than on that side, but I look forward to carrying on what Lisa started, so thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome aboard. The chairs are a little more comfortable on this side
Yeah,
than on
they
this.
are.
There's just no leg room. You sit in here for 3 hours, your legs get so cramped
Yeah.
up.
Sit up straight.
Chief?
Well, I got a couple updates. Power cots are finally in service, which is great. And all the ambulances are on the road,
Yay.
which is great.
And some new tires and things like that.
New tires, some new things.
Maintenance and everything else.
I'm wearing a hat because I shaved my head for St. Baldrick's.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you're
Back in
looking for-
Romeo.
You're looking for donations, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I got that on my communications list. And that's March 6th,
March 16th.
16th from 12 to 5. So cover that. Anybody that's interested in having their head shaved or anybody that's looking to donate, we do have information here at the Township. You can pretty much find it anywhere throughout town in a window or a door or behind the counter of one of our
Great
retail
cause.
outlets. So please support St. Baldrick's this year. Thanks. Susan?
Yeah, I have a couple things, but I'd first like to thank Chief for all his efforts in the negotiations with Romeo. I know you've worked those numbers backward and forward, and still we have no commitment, but I live in the village, and I like to think I speak for my neighbors. We recognize all you do, your staff, what they do, and you've kind of become a fixture in the community. Not only do you fight fires and save lives, but you lead our parades, you light our Christmas tree, you work Peach Festival, hang those banners across the street, so thank you to you and your staff.
Thank you very much.
Holy smokes.
Well, when you think about it like that, it's not just the job, it's all the other things you do
We
as
do,
well.
we do a lot.
Better get a bigger hat now.
I don't
Well, and
just
thank
take
you
it
to you
off.
too, because I know you've helped with the negotiation. Early voting has
Mike's
started.
done a lot too,
Yeah.
when it comes to negotiations, for sure.
Early voting has started and will go through the 25th, Sunday, down at Washington on Van Dyke. We are hiring election inspectors, if anybody wants to be an election inspector. Just either applications online, or you can come to the clerk's office and fill one out.
They're going to trample you down.
I know, I can see that
Many of
Dana
them
and
just
Bob would
lined up,
love to
you
do
know.
that.
Bob looks like he's rushing up here right now.
I did the training, what, a year ago?
You go sign you up. Communications, so I got a letter from the assessing department I'm going to read. So assessing department will be visiting 20% of the township as recommended by the state again this year, so there will be some kids out in the community measuring houses. This year, they'll be finishing up in the village of Romeo, which is going to be Turner Street, Prospect, and Prospect Street, Rawls, and St. Clair Streets. And then they will move on to sections 33 and 34. Do you know where sections 33 and 34 are, Chief? Sorry, I'm beginning in May. But anyways, just keep in mind that they're going to be out there. They're going to have Bruce Township
Teresa could
identification.
probably tell me, she can just turn around and look at the map right behind her. I'll tell her which one's section 33 and 34.
Okay, wait,
We just don't-
I'm
It's-
going to send you to the wrong.
It's got to be around the same.
Yeah.
But if
So
they're
it's St. Clair, 34 to St. Clair, through Gates,
yeah, right in the village, and it sounds like
35, you said?
33 and 34.
Oh, 33, okay, so then again, it's going to be, it's 32, up to, I don't know, is it the dotted lines up here? Up to 33.
Okay. So from Gates to 33, right in the village around the east and west of Van Dyke, it looks like. Okay.
Thank you.
So the hired workers will have a sketch of your house and other structures and will be comparing what is actually present. This is to make sure your assessments are accurate. They will also be updating front and back pictures of the homes. A yellow tag will be left on the front door if nobody is home to let you know that they were there. If you got any questions, feel free to call the assessing department, myself, or anybody up here for that matter. I got some discussion, but it doesn't, we do have a new fire hydrant that was installed, new dry fire hydrant was installed at Woodland Waters. I personally went out there and volunteered my services to lay the pipe for the company that put it in. The fire department did go out there and they did test it.
Works great.
Works great. It's a great area to have a hydrant. It was
It flows a lot of water out of there. It's
Yeah,
pretty
so
impressive.
good for the people in Woodland Waters. So I did put signage on it this week, some reflectors, so we'll get it painted in the springtime. So that's done. Got St. Baldrick's, like we were saying, on March 16th at the Lions Club in Romeo here. It's from 12 to 5. I appreciate any support that anybody can give to the Lions Club and to St. Baldrick's. The Green Space Project, I don't know if there was something on that or not.
You can say something.
There is a committee that's out there looking to try to obtain or to purchase the possibility of the old middle school property on Prospect Street. There's a Chandler's, a front
It's
site,
between,
right?
right between the two.
If anybody's interested in possibly donating or to help out, you can find these green space brochures and flyers around anywheres. We have them here, and there's a phone number on the bottom. Can I read it? I should have to. You can call, phone number is 248-736-1649, and that would be Donna, it looks like, so.
And there's a meeting tomorrow night.
Well, there is a
Parks
meeting
and Rec
tomorrow,
at 7.
7 o'clock. Where's that at?
Parks and Rec building on Morton.
So there'll be a meeting tomorrow night on Morton Street at the Parks and Rec building at 7 o'clock. I congratulate Tom Matthews for being appointed by Don Brown for the Older Adults Committee. Tom, great job, good luck, and look forward to, I think him and Frank have already set something up with Orchard Grove to do some presentations out there, so. Other than that, that's about all I've got. I thank everybody for coming out tonight.
This has to be a record for us.
Yeah.
Don't get used to it, Therese.
But, all right, motion to adjourn at
6:38.
6:38.
Support.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thanks, everybody. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
AC, thanks as always. Appreciate you coming out.